Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of the Lost Boys podcast. My name is Nedley, joined with me with my friends Brunstad, Shoner, and Eddie as usual. Boys, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good, man.
Sick.
Brun, you ready for your 24-hour stream tomorrow? At time of recording, he's doing a 24-hour stream. Go ahead, and you can talk about it though.
Yeah. No, I've been pretty pumped up about this 24-hour stream benefiting Wounded Warrior Project. Wounded Warrior Project actually helped me when I got medevac from Afghanistan. Hit a little bit of a rocky road there as far as controversies, but WWP has really changed their way around and do a whole lot for veterans. So I'm super excited for all that. There's a bunch of rewards and giveaways and incentives, and Wounded Warrior Project is actually giving away a hat and water bottle if we hit the $1,000 mark.
Sweet.
Nice.
And
I will be there.
Is that going to stay? Is the fundraising part going to stay open post stream, or is it just for that 24 hours?
Just for the 24 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, dude.
But I mean, if people want to send me money,
it may not go there, but
it may not go there. It may go up my nose. Allegedly.
No. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down the freedom funnel, dude.
Exactly.
The freedom funnel. Let's go.
Shoner, what you been up to? How's the mind treating you?
It's just my life. Always working hard.
So it's
hardly working.
So one day we're going to do a topic about this because I found out you worked in a mine, and thus I instantly went to West Virginia and the bumfuck coal mountains of nowhere, which is fine. But I didn't realize that there were still active mines because you're over where you're on the West Coast, right?
Yes, I'm in Nevada. I'm in the northeastern part of Nevada.
I always forget Nevada exists.
I'm sure you do.
I just think of that as Vegas town.
It's like a miniature flyover state. Once you get past Reno and Vegas, it's that shit. There's nothing left.
Yeah,
out there.
kind of. What else is in what else is in Nevada? Now that I'm thinking about it, other than Vegas and Reno,
California, Vegas, Texas,
kind of.
East Coast. That's my layout and then down south is Florida, and that's all. That's my layout.
Well, you're missing Louisiana. Louisiana's a big stopping point too.
Oh yeah, because they have what's that, Shreveport? Shreveport's the big gambling thing down in Louisiana, isn't it?
Yeah. And
of course you have New Orleans where bees for titties.
We have a lot of fishing. We have a lot of coyote hunting. We have a lot of elk hunting, deer hunting. A lot of gold.
Shit.
We have
some
we have
boomer shit.
And despite the popular demand, despite the popular the idea that's going on here, we do have trees. They're called sagebrush. And they're about yay tall, don't provide shit for shade.
I'll believe it if I see it.
I'm from Oregon, dog. Don't talk to me about no fucking trees. Right? We got all them trees.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Speaking of trees, I mean California, baby.
Oh man, dude, have you opened any good packs recently, Eddie?
It's its own country.
Yeah. Have you done anything cool, Ed?
I was able to do my NBA Hoops debut. So NBA Hoops is a product that comes out every year. I just broke it on what was it? Today's Friday. What was it? Yesterday? Might have been yesterday. Might have been Tuesday. Holy crap. I'm losing track of all my days. I think it was Wednesday. Anyway, so the product just came out. It's the first product of the year for basketball. So you'll see kids like LaMelo Ball on there, James Wiseman, a lot of the young rookies that many people don't quite know yet. Some of them are doing really well this year. Some are not. I got some cards from the pool. This is LaMelo Ball right here.
Nice.
He's one of the Ball brothers.
Will there be a LeBron James post-death card?
I don't know. You have to ask Nedley about that one.
He's one of the Ball brothers.
He was one of the Ball brothers.
But
do they have a cousin Wang? I hear their neighbor's an asshole though. Okay, I'm done.
I think they rent the upper level. The bottom floor is the Taints, the Taint family.
Ooh, the Taint family.
It's the best family.
Anyway, This Sunday I'll be doing a Super Bowl stream. I'm going to be ripping a bunch of Panini Prism, which is like the premier tier football product. Packs that look like this pretty much, and then a couple more. Looking for the Joe Burrows and Justin Herberts and Tom Brady's and Mahomes.
Oh,
Not any Niners because I'm not a Niner fan. Sorry, Shoner.
No, he's a Bucks fan.
Yeah, no, I was about to say not any Tampa Bay players either, because I mean they're all fucking hot garbage. Except for that Tom Brady.
Oh, damn it. Shoner, you really dug a hole in that one, dude. I can't even help you on this.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. That's what friends are for, right?
True. Well, boys, before we hop into the topics, let's go ahead and remind, if you are watching this on YouTube, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to know when we post a new thing on here. The podcast is slowly rolling out to all podcast networks. Currently, it's on Spotify and Amazon right now. Apple takes its fucking time doing it, so we're still waiting on that. But if you find us on there or want to go ahead and leave us a review on those, it does help with discoverability on that, so please do. We do read them all. And if we get enough of them, I don't know, I might just fucking read them sometimes. That'll be a topic. It's just reading our reviews of us saying how shit we are, or amazing, or how sexy Brun is.
I know, right?
First things first, though, is that you need to learn how to actually like read.
Well, you know, that's difficult. You know, like, I mean,
You're just gonna use the Siri's text to speech.
I can't, dude. Fuck.
Or we should just use Shoner with his shirt off as a promo, dude. The guy's ripped.
No.
God, no, I can't. Fuck. Why do you have to bring up the fact that I can't read? Because you're not wrong.
All right. Speaking of people who can't read, Mayweather.
So let's just hop into the topic. Holy
King
shit.
of segues, baby.
Brun, what you got today, buddy?
Oh my god, I wasn't even planning that, man.
That was a good
I
one.
swear to God. Swear. The Paul brothers. No relation to the Ball brothers.
But they share cousin Wang. It's okay.
They share cousin Wang, and both of their best friends are pussies. No, so I honestly, so I just learned about this. Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul. I think it was Logan, whichever one, the oldest one.
So for the, I think most of the kids already know this. Logan's the older one. Jake's the younger one.
Yeah. Okay, so Logan Paul, who's actually a pretty successful dude. He's a dipshit, but and all of that, but he's done very well. His boxing is actually pretty decent, and I mean, he's gonna get steamrolled by Mayweather, absolutely. But that fight got canceled.
Will he get steamrolled, or will he just get outlasted?
No, he'll get fucking pummeled by Mayweather. But he's how do I put this? His brother is more of a dummy than him. Okay, like I can not totally, but kind of understand where he's coming from. Of Jake Paul, sorry, I can see where Jake is coming from. Hey, I want to fight Mayweather. Mayweather's retired. He's older, so on and so forth. Still don't want to get punched by the guy. Don't get me wrong.
No, fuck that.
No, that does not sound like a good time. But then you have his ding dong brother Logan Paul trying to call out Conor McGregor. Now.
Didn't one of them walk through like that Japanese forest where like people killed themselves? Okay, yes, okay. I knew
the Japanese forest was Logan.
Was it Logan?
That Logan?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. They're both stupid.
So they're both pretty dumb. So the way you can rank them is by who did what, right? So Logan did the Japanese forest thing. Jake, I think he during the riots for like BLM that was happening. I think he was in Arizona and robbed a bunch of stores or looted a bunch of stores.
Content.
So
but they both do
both
fight.
dipshits.
They both do fight. It's just I think Jake is more of the boxer. Logan might be more MMA. I believe.
I mean, either fucking way. They're both ding dongs. Mainly Jake, who's the youngest one, trying to go after Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Conor is like he's definitely not in his prime anymore. I mean, he just lost last weekend, I think it was, to Poirier. But he'll kick this kid in the head, man. Like,
pretty sure,
dude. Like,
yes. But does it matter? Because
is it more of a play for?
And here's why I say this, right? Is and this is the age-old marketing adage of all press is good press, right? And look at you look at the Paul brothers, right? And they're fucking. I'm looking up their net worths right now, and it's like 11.5 million and
insane.
fucking $20 million, right? More than any of us chuckleheads have ever seen in our fucking lives combined.
Yep.
So whilst yes, he's gonna get the fucking shit kicked out of him, and like but I think you know that. I think as a Paul brother, I think you know that walking in. And my gut tells me that's why you're doing it, right? Does that make sense? And the fact the fact that you can get the clout enough to where you could talk shit to a fucking behemoth in the fighting scene, right? And then get fucking like actually have a fight with him. That takes fucking nuts to do, because I swear to God, I can't fucking take a punch from my 7-year-old daughter, let alone fucking Mayweather, right? But like,
I know a bunch of mean 9-year-olds, bro.
Dude, they're fucking evil. They all fight dirty.
Those 9-year-olds are fucking ruthless.
They all fight dirty, dude. I can't win.
Kicking the shins and
Because
shit.
like they could beat the shit out of me, nothing happens. I punch a child in the face, I go to jail. Like it's a no-win scenario, right?
That's true. That's true. Like kind of a double standard, if you ask me.
Oh, weird. But like, dude, honestly, like it's gonna be entertaining as fuck to watch the shit kicked out of him, and I'm sure a lot of people will take 100%. Revel in it.
Yeah.
No,
these guys are big clout chasers, essentially. Like Logan, he also did like this, like he himself literally pumped up the Pokemon market like crazy, maybe like 5-6 months ago. Like the Pokemon market was already kind of creeping up, and then he went and bought like this $150,000 box of cards and did like a full opening. It was like a first edition. Yeah, it's a first edition. Or some shit. No, first edition, the first set. So that's like the one that's worth the most.
Yeah.
So they're clout chasers, but they know how to get the people, watching them and how to get attention. And in a way, a lot of maybe younger kids watch these guys, so maybe that's a lot where their marketing push kind of comes from. But I don't know. I think Mayweather will definitely win, and I think if Conor fights Jake, I think for sure my bet's not going to be on Conor. Like, it won't even be close for either fight, to be honest.
Now here's the question: even if it's boxing.
Oh, Conor McGregor boxing. He did lose against Mayweather.
Yeah, but he didn't do bad against Mayweather. He didn't look.
Yeah, he didn't. Lost. He didn't get like fully defeated.
It was, but he, like I said, he didn't look lost, right? He didn't look like we expected. I mean, if you looked at the betting polls, there was people making bets whether or not he'd throw a kick because he'd get lost and forget which ring he was in and throw a kick. And trust me, a lot of us are going, please, Conor, just throw a kick and knock his ass out. That would be
wanted
funny.
To see Mayweather get kicked in his big ass head.
A lot of us were just like, dude, please just kick him.
Dude, I wanted to see it so bad, but then I also wanted to see Conor just get fucking rocked.
Yeah,
like it's just one of
those.
Let's
go back to the Habib fight for that one, right? Because
you love to hate these guys, right? Like you love to hate both of these dudes.
I was a Conor McGregor fan. I won't lie. I did like Conor McGregor.
Everybody was a Conor McGregor fan.
By the way, speaking of Conor McGregor, his cards are going insane too. And Panini, the company that has a license for NFL and NBA,
now, by the way,
just announced that they got the license for UFC. So UFC cards are coming.
There's just UFC cards.
Random piece of news for you.
Wow.
Yeah, there's fucking cards for anything. You serious?
It's true.
Yeah, dude, I'll do it. Like if I go to my local shop, you can get packs of Harley Davidson cards. They're just like collector cards of different bikes, years, stats on the back, talking about the different bikes and stuff like that.
That's so crazy.
Everything.
That's fucking crazy, actually.
But yeah, I think Conor for sure. I mean, I don't know. I think he's still, even though he obviously, I agree with Brun, he's not in his prime, but he could still definitely rock some fools.
He's still a contender.
For sure.
Just,
For sure.
Well, like if you look at that fight that he just did, I mean, he just looked like he just was out of sync. He didn't really look like he was himself, right? It wasn't like he was just completely, it just looked like he didn't train like he normally would, right? He wasn't at the hype. And we've seen that in the pressers. We've seen that in those face-offs. He wasn't normal Conor. right? Connor's usually loudmouth, ready to sell tickets, trying to bring as much hype to the fight. And that's where a lot of people hate him, is because they're always, he's rude, he's a loudmouth, he's obnoxious. Like, no, he's selling seats. He's a sportsman. He knows that by hyping it up and creating the hype with the other fighter, that causes controversy and causes people want to be there. Right? It's taking what makes like WWE or WWF, what made that famous and made it so popular for people to watch was that hype. It took it to the real stage, right? Where it wasn't stage, it was actual fights. And you don't see people do it to the level Connor did or does.
Yeah, but I also
now
think
what he
Conor
did in
was
that
humbled
bar
by Khabib.
Now what he did in that bar was BS. Now, that's different, right?
Oh, that's a whole nother story, dude. That's a whole nother thing. But no, like it's
there's a demon behind you, Shoner. Watch out.
But no, like I think Conor was really, really humbled by Khabib. He talked a lot of shit and he did it very well. And he knew that if he was going to talk shit like that again, he would actually have to back it up. And he wasn't sure of himself. You could tell that in the fight. Now, with that being said, I do think that he is going to completely shit all over Jake Paul's chest if that fight ever happens. The funny thing is, though, is that Conor McGregor is not even addressing it. He's like, dude, you're fucking below. I think he made one response and was like, you're below me. You're not fucking, you're nothing.
That's facts.
He's like,
that's facts.
He's like, I don't even have
that's
to
facts.
anything.
It's kind of like when Machine Gun Kelly tried to face off against Eminem, right? It was like just a quick
fight. Yeah, it's like
just like you don't even stand a chance.
And then Eminem destroyed him so fucking bad that the dude had to change genres. Okay? Right? Fuck out of here.
True.
No, like I don't know. I applaud Conor in the way that I applaud Conor in the way that he's handling this whole situation though. He's not giving into it. He's like, dude, I've made my money, kiss my ass. You know, who's this fucking guy? And he's gonna continue on with his goddamn life in his Lamborghini.
Yeah. I think Conor ends up becoming an announcer. I really do. I think he becomes someone.
Dude, I love his voice so much. Like I'm not one to get a boner over another dude's voice, but like
but he's not dumb. If you listen to the way he talks in his pressers, right? He's not an idiot. He understands the sport. He understands how it works. Either he needs to become an announcer or he needs to become like a coach or maybe like a manager. Because I think he could hype some.
You realize you have to be some type of dumb in order to volunteer to get punched in the head as a career, right?
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Or be good at what you do.
I could see him being taking an announcer's path later on.
Yeah,
but I think he's still.
Rob Gronkowski did it. I mean, come on.
I think he still has some time. I think he still has some time to take a couple more fights at least. I mean, freaking
a couple little skirmishes left.
Manny Pacquiao's still fighting.
Dude. Oh yeah, he just had a fight not too long ago.
Yeah, so is Chuck Liddell.
Is he? Wait, is Chuck Liddell still fighting? I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. The Iceman, dude.
People right now are trying to hype up a Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia fight.
Ugh, nobody cares. Fuck that. We're not even gonna get started on Manny Pacquiao. That's gonna fucking.
The Bay Area loves the guy.
I get it, but that is a whole other topic. That is a whole other fucking scenario. But yeah, that's all I got. I just thought it was fucking wild how this ding dong is trying to, clout chase after his brother and going after fucking Conor McGregor. I think that is absolutely bonkers, but I can't wait to see the Mayweather Logan Paul fight.
I mean, so Ryan Garcia is set to fight Tank Davis, though.
Oh my God, Shoner, who gives a shit about these other boxers, bro? Stay the fuck on topic.
We're talking about boxers.
So then let's ask the hypothetical question before we close this one out. If you could, how do I phrase this? Would you take that fight if you were going to be paid? What would the number be to take to get fucking knocked in the head by like Mayweather?
$50.
Man, I think I can set that up.
Well, I've got the VA, so they'll try to take care of me.
Try. It may take you a long time, but they'll try.
And I'll die of a brain aneurysm first, but hey.
I thought you told me stayed on top.
But I mean, in all fairness, who can really say that they've been punched in the head by Mayweather?
True. The fact is, I think the clout that you'd get in itself would probably be worth more than any. almost
I'd
any
be like,
dollar
"Yo,
amount
record
that you
this
could.
shit. We're putting this on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok.
Exactly,
and
dude.
Viral. And
Yeah,
then
the shit's gonna go
I'm
viral.
just gonna be famous as fuck. They're like, you're that dude that got punched in the head by Mayweather. You're fucking right. I am.
You're
And
fucking right.
he might not have to pay me to do that. He might.
He'd be trolling on his next stream. He'd be like, like yeah.
Yeah, until it becomes like fucking retarded.
Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine?
More so than he is now.
Could you imagine the streams that will happen? Like, if you got punched in the head by Mayweather, like the subsequent streams afterwards would be like, oh, recovering. Here's my black eye.
Yeah, but
It's got fucked up.
but then you got to stay. But then you have to stay with the content, right? You have to make sure that you're still delivering even after the fact. That would be the hard part.
Then you have to get punched by everybody.
Yeah,
I'll get punched by Connor.
You're like, fuck, my numbers are down. Who am I gonna get punched by next?
He's like, let's go fight Ronda Rousey.
Oof,
Dude.
Ronda Rousey punched me.
I'd let her step on me, dude.
Oh God, are we doing that?
Fucking Eddie.
The podcast, not fucking Twitter. Calm down.
The worst part is that that's in my chat all the time.
It's in my Twitter all the time because the Resident Evil Village trailer came out, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, 9'4" lady, step on my cock," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" when did we?
Dude, I saw someone. One of you, I think it was you, Brun, was where you're streaming the trailer. Dude, that was so funny, bro. Your chat reacts so like their reactions are so great. Oh my god,
everybody just talks shit, bro.
All it is, man.
Like one of them, I think was like, damn, I'd climb those legs like Mount Everest. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dudes. And then they'll be like, I'd let her step on me. Ooh, not her though. Like, my chat's fucking ruthless, bro.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, before we get too far off, Shoner, what are you bringing to the table tonight, buddy?
All right, so there's been a lot of talks.
Brun
with
leaves.
Streaming network. I know. Shoner's talking.
He's like,
He's probably gonna flex or
Shoner's
something.
out. I'm out. Goodbye.
So there's been a lot of talks, a lot of hearsay, a lot of chatter about whether or not like Twitch is dying, DMCA, soundtrack, all that kind of stuff. Every other company, the Mixer just falling out of nowhere, selling off to Facebook. So YouTube is actually starting to make moves to try to take advantage of some of the things that Twitch does and hopefully, produce a better market for streamers because discoverability is better. We can agree upon that. They now do short videos where you can do your TikTok type videos right there and it goes right in the middle of everyone's browsing. So it's easy to get discovered there. Now they're adding clips. It's an alpha test right now. It's only in certain streams. And there's right now it's a trailer for YouTube that you can go in and make anywhere from a 5 to a 60-second clip. And you can save it to your YouTube, just like little shorts. And it's supposed to, to take advantage of everything that YouTube has of the discoverability, the browsing, the saving and stuff like that. So, I mean, we're starting to see YouTube finally do the things that, people like Harris Heller brought up, right? Where if YouTube just makes a little tweak here and there, they can take the market. And I think that you add in a better rate system, which they are alpha testing a rate system also. I forget what they're calling it, but they do have a system to allow people to go and finally raid people. So is YouTube making the push to try to topple Twitch?
I think they'd be stupid not to.
I'm of two minds.
Honestly,
of this.
I mean,
go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, I was gonna say like with how pissed off everybody is at Twitch, like it would not surprise me if they were like, if YouTube was like, this is our opportunity, and they kind of expound upon all that and do what they can to become the dominating. Because I mean, the issue, I think we discussed this in the Toddcast, was the only issue the issue that everybody has is that Twitch has that name, like that's what they're known for.
Yep.
So it's going to be hard for YouTube, but if they do start implementing, the clips and you know, an easier browse system. Maybe I don't really give a shit about the raid thing, to me personally. Like it's super cool when I get raided, but like I never fucking expect it. And honestly, the bounce rate from raids is kind of high, so there's really no.
Bro, thank God somebody is speaking my fucking language.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I'm super appreciative of anybody that wants to bring their homies over to my stream. But one, it's definitely not expected, and two, I don't expect everybody that goes in that bitch to drop a follow or even say anything in fucking chat.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so them not having a raid system, I could give a fuck less about that. What they need to do is they need to start doing more advertising and showing that they are more of a viable live stream platform than Twitch, and then maybe people will go, okay, fuck this place, we're gonna go to this place.
Well, we see more and more. So like today, Final Fantasy, Square Enix did their announcement for the new DLC for the MMO. And they did this big old Twitch stream. And they did it on
Hey, fuck you.
They did it on YouTube as well. It wasn't just Twitch. We're starting to see more and more companies going, well, I'm going to stream on Twitch, but I'm also going to multi-stream on YouTube. Right?
They've been doing that shit for a while.
Yeah, but it's the big events have always been kind of more Twitch oriented, where YouTube is starting to kind of push in to get those interviews, those shows actually
contractual though, right? Like the big events probably signed some type of contract where it was like
I think like Magic the Gathering. I think Magic Gathering has like a contract with Twitch to do all their events on Twitch. There's a lot of video games that do it, but I don't think a lot of them. I don't think like Square Enix has any kind of contract with Twitch because their name is too big. They're just like, well, whatever. I don't need to have a contract.
But that's what I'm saying is that in the past it wasn't a big deal,
right?
Because they had these contracts. Now it's like everybody's sitting there saying, "Ah, fuck you!" Like we don't need to do this because you're kind of a dying platform, anyways.
So
right.
I'm trying to look. So I was trying to look something up, and I'm still going to in regards to this. And the clip system, I think, is good because honestly, that was the main discoverable way on Twitch, and it wasn't necessarily nascent through the platform. But clips were an easy, digestible format that you and your chat could do to basically take a small subsection of your content, so you can put it everywhere, right? So you can put it on TikTok, you can put it on Twitter, Facebook, fucking MySpace if you really had the fucking nutsack to do it. I tried to log into my MySpace a few weeks ago, and I don't remember my login. So I was trying to do that on stream, and it wasn't necessarily working because I couldn't. Long story. Anyway, but the main thing that they need, I'm looking just at the YouTube site, right? And like the biggest thing that they have to fix is they need to somehow nascently bring streams to the forefront. Right now, it is still video content, and which is their bread and butter, right?
Right.
I was thinking about this last night because I've been doing both, right? I've been on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, just to honestly to play with it and see how YouTube streaming is, because I find this fascinating. Plus my Twitch is like fucking in its death rolls right now, so I'm just like, fuck, what do I do? Long story short, so number one, discoverability on YouTube actually can be huge, but on the same token, they don't put it in your face, right? So it's down here on the subsection more from YouTube, and then you have to click on live or gaming, and then you have to go to a category, but it doesn't show all the categories. It's really fucked up. Go explore sometime. It's bizarre. But the like system has actually become more important in that, because that's actually how you move up in the discoverability charts in a platform, right? So the more your stream is liked or thumbed up, the higher you go, right? It's not.
So it's like Reddit, but for live streams.
Exactly. So it's not like Twitch's with concurrent viewership, which is.
They've kind of changed that, though. They've kind of changed that a little bit.
I think they're taking the right steps, though, dude. Because they've gone like they're also signing a bunch of people to lock in streaming on YouTube. Like there's this girl named Valkyrie. She won Streamer of the Year last year. She's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, she probably hangs out with that one other guy, that other kind of small streamer, Dr. Disrespect, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah, there you go. Valkyrie, Dr. Disrespect, like all those guys, all those people, the big names, pretty big names.
Slightly big, right?
But you're right. It's weird because YouTube doesn't push it in your face for live stream. Like unless the person follows you already or like subscribes to you.
Yep.
You know, then you go live and people are in there. And
It will,
Right.
it will be kind of cool though, because I mean, like they always say, you know, you can't really grow on Twitch without having an accompanying YouTube or other platform.
yeah,
Whether that be TikTok, Twitter, you know, YouTube, what have you. But having that kind of integrated to where people can just kind of start, you get that discoverability from like your natural YouTube videos, you know, that are being discovered out there through their algorithm, and then it gets people brought to your live stream, which is kind of how it really works already. When you discover something on Twitch, but then you have to convince these people to go to a whole other platform just to watch your dumbass talk into a microphone.
And that's where I think I've seen some interesting things here, because like and you know, I'm all about cards, right? So I watch a bunch of like new YouTubers that literally just started doing cards, like different card reviews or product reviews or what have you, you know, only like maybe 6 months ago or something, right? And I know I follow them on Twitch and I follow them on YouTube. And on YouTube, when their videos go live, whenever there's a premiere, whenever they're streaming on YouTube about cards, the views are there. There's people there. There's people interacting in the chat. On the flip side, though, I go to their Twitch and they're doing something else, like playing Magic the Gathering online or whatever their interests are besides cards. There's like 1 or 2 or 3 viewers at max in there, but they have like, you know, like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube or something, you know? So it's kind of, I think at some point it's going to be a give and take of what crowd goes where, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe going to YouTube and having that early start now might be a good way to do it, but
I've thought about it.
You know, Twitch also has the name, like we said. So, you know, and for the most part, Twitch's UI is not terrible. It's just that,
no,
I guess when people go to Twitch, they expect live stream and not less video content. Whereas if you go to YouTube, you expect video content versus live streaming. And I think YouTube needs to flip that paradigm on its head and make it so that live is in your face. And that is where they'll be able to take over, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think the big thing is like one thing that Twitch has that YouTube does not have is the monetization, right? It's so much easier to get monetized on Twitch than it is YouTube, because YouTube, you have to have so many hours, so many viewers, so many subscribers before you could even try to get
the threshold. I didn't know that. I didn't know that the entry gate was that high.
But for a lot of people who do the YouTube streaming, they do donations, they do the tips, they do whatever, right? They don't care so much about getting monetized by YouTube itself. They're just like, well, whatever, I'll just do this way. You can donate to my PayPal or whatever, my site that I want to use. And so where Twitch has the advantage is those subs, right? Where people are subbing, you're getting money from commercials, which we don't get shit for that, you know, but you can also do bits, and there's always coming out with new ways for them, because Twitch does not want you to use outside third-party systems to pay money to streamers. They want you to use theirs because they get to take a cut of it.
There's the inherent problem, my friends.
Yep.
There it is, right there. And Shoner just said it. What does Twitch do better than everybody else?
Take your money.
They take
monetize. Money. So why?
I think people want to be. I think people want to be on YouTube though. So if you look at the video, I'm looking right here. I got the Final Fantasy announcement showcase. They had 238,000 views. We're on Twitch. They only had like 100.
Yeah, that's double. I was watching that
almost triple
announced on Twitch.
No, I guess you're literally double it 2.5 times. Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean,
that's wild.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
And YouTube already has a really good app, so it's not like it's a bad deal. I watched a couple of my buddies who've tried YouTube streaming on my phone, and I'm gonna tell you what, the YouTube app works so much better watching the live stream than the Twitch app did.
But the one thing that pissed me off, and this is just the smallest thing in the world, but I'm an iPhone user, and YouTube doesn't allow picture-in-picture because they have their own premium service, where you have to pay to do the picture-in-picture. Whereas if I'm on Twitch and I'm watching you, Shoner, I can actually just tap you up and then, you know, do whatever the fuck I want on my phone, and you're still in the corner. Yeah. So I think I don't know. I think there's different things that they need to do to make it better. But to your point, I've also watched YouTube live streams, and when I'm on the YouTube live stream, the chat works smoothly. Like everything works really well. So I think like if you're dedicated on your phone watching a YouTube live stream, it's a pretty good experience.
Do you think that and here's this might sound mildly conspiratorial, do you think that they're not surfacing yet because they're still they just added a clip system, right? Would it be
It's in alpha
because
testing.
yes, it's still they're trying to roll it out, right? Would
Right.
it not be once they have all of these different systems in place, right? To aid with that live content experience, more or less ape what Twitch does and bring it to YouTube. Then do you think that they make the push, change the UX to surface live streams a lot easier? That's what it feels like right now.
Like lay the smack where they just lay the smack down and they're like, look, we have fucking everything down. Now there's nothing you can bitch about. No, I think that would be a smart idea. Granted, I'm not the fucking YouTube CEO, so I don't know.
Google's just a slow mover.
People
so.
want to be there. I think people want to be there though, right? Because YouTube does take advantage of Google SEO.
Yep.
Right. So people want to be on YouTube. I just think the problem is, like you said, right? All of our friends are on Twitch. And now, in order for me to go to, if I want to go to YouTube and I go by myself, how hard is it going to get you guys to come over and watch me on YouTube if I want to stream my gym streams or my game streams or the podcast over there? I have to convince you guys to come over to YouTube to watch. And if you guys aren't ready to commit to going to watch YouTube streams, then it's almost like you're starting over, and that's the whole problem. That's what like the Mixer guys were dealing with when Mixer died, or people who decided to switch from like Facebook gaming over to Twitch gaming, or vice versa. Because there's been a lot of people that are jumping ship for some reason or another, whether it's because of the signing of that one dude who has a lot of problems with little kids in his past and stuff like that they signed to partner.
Wait, who?
What?
I can't think of his name right now. It's that.
This is the Ryan kid.
I can't remember his name.
Whoa, wait, hang on.
What are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? Whoa.
So there's a guy, son of a bitch.
No, there's that YouTuber guy that just got partnered by Twitch, and a lot of people were pissed and they jumped ship because of it. They're like, why should he get
or whatever?
Oh,
yeah. He got partnered by Twitch?
Yeah, he got partnered by Twitch. A lot of people jumped shit.
That's a bad
and that's what I'm saying.
That's
that is a bad look.
Jumped shit because of it.
The hell?
Oh, I just watched a documentary on that fucking guy.
Ominescence was his name.
creep.
Oh, okay, different guy then. Different guy.
Oh,
Yeah, Ominescence.
Jeez, man. I
Ominescence.
was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like,
sorry.
What? That is terrible.
But he
Oh my god.
He has accusations against him, and we won't go to all his accusations, but he has a lot of accusations, and he has a very dark past, and he's admitted to some of them, but he's skirted the legalities of them by doing, shady shit in order to get away with it, and Twitch signs him. But yet they're like, oh, well, we're gonna ban people for stupid stuff, right? And yet they're gonna assign this guy, and people left. I mean, we're talking like thousands of people were like, bye, and they left. Because of it. And then there's there's keeping other people around, like we talked before on the podcast about that chick who threw her cat and it was being very mean to animals and stuff like that. And we've talked about other streamers who said the N-word on stream live and had to beg to get banned, right? There's this favoritism in Twitch, and I think a lot of people, like I said, are ready to jump ship. It's just that a lot of their favorite people are still around.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. I agree with you.
It's
just that fear of the unknown, really.
That's everybody's fear, right?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see how, because then I also know other channels that do both Twitch and YouTube streaming live, like at the same time.
You can do that if you're affiliated. You can't do that if you're partnered, though.
You technically okay. So
you can't multi-stream. You could stream, but you can't multi-stream.
Yes, you can.
Show me where, because it says right in the rules you're not allowed to.
Oh my God. Okay, Shoner, I'm not getting into this with you.
Oh no! This is actually an important thing, right? Like,
this is good knowledge for people that are looking into I don't know.
Brod's already on it too.
I don't know how many viewers we have that are new to streaming or like want to get into it, but this might be a pivotal point for them, because if they decide to stream on Twitch and start off on Twitch, maybe they build their base that way, and maybe it's not the way that it should be, and maybe YouTube is the better play starting off, right? Like for me, dude, in high school I used to do YouTube. I have a secondary YouTube account which currently has like actually 300 subscribers still, and those are from like my old YouTube days. I don't know how many are bots or whatever, but if I were to re-up that channel, I'd like to know exactly if I could actually stream on that channel and use it, use that outreach.
So with that being said, I will retract my statement to a certain amount.
Okay.
Because it does you cannot you're right, you cannot multi-stream.
Right.
But you can stream on YouTube.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have the same thing because Twitch has a 24-hour exclusivity clause.
Yep.
So you can't stream the same shit, but you can stream at Twitch one day, YouTube the other.
Yes, exactly. Well, technically, you can actually stream. I could start a stream right now, stream for 3 hours, quit my stream, and then go stream on YouTube, and that's fine. I just can't. Anything that I stream on Twitch has a 24-hour clock.
On Twitch for 24
yes,
hours.
so you can't multi-stream as an affiliate, but you can stream on as many platforms as you want, as long as it's not what you're streaming on Twitch itself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I digress. I said the wrong thing. My bad.
Mark the fucking calendars.
That's all right, buddy. I forgive you. I still love you.
I fucking admit when I'm wrong. Goddammit.
So does that mean that
Go ahead.
you can't post your VODs on YouTube for 24 hours?
For 24 hours. For 24 hours.
Okay. So how do people who are streaming both do it? Because I've seen like
Easily.
Don't look at it.
Easily. Would you like to know?
Just don't.
It's called
Well,
Restream.io.
I watch these things called
Would you like to know?
Card breaks. I watch these things called card breaks, and like there's a few like small shops that do this. They do both YouTube, like Leighton Sports Cards is one of the biggest ones in the card breaking world. And essentially what it is they have a box of product, you buy into that box of product and you see what you get from it.
Right.
They do both Twitch and YouTube. I've seen them live at the same time simultaneously.
Are they
affiliated or partnered?
That's the thing. I don't know if they're affiliated on their channel on Twitch.
And they could also be
And I
partnered,
wonder-
and inside their partner clause could say that it's okay.
Yep.
If they get a partnership
okay.
and they get that sign that says, "Hey, I want to be able to do this both," and Twitch goes, "Well, it's not going to hurt me with you, right? Because you're doing this and you're going to do it regardless. It's just better to have that partnership."
Yeah,
So
I
how
want to.
good of a streamer do you have to be to get that deal?
You have to have 75. You have to have 75 viewers, and none of those viewers can come from raids or crossovers. They have to be people that literally click
You
on.
also need to have a good lawyer.
No, I mean, even if you're a partner,
have a really good lawyer, dude. A really
yeah,
good
like
agent.
you'd have to have like Nick Merck, because Nick Merckx I think is a prime example of how Twitch, how you can, I guess, not manipulate, but how you can set yourself up to protect yourself from Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of, because he's able to do so much, and I guarantee most of his money doesn't come from just subs and donations, man. The guy's getting sponsored left and right from all these different things,
Yep.
So I wonder, he probably has a really good lawyer to figure out a very specific partner contract. In my opinion,
Yeah,
like
100.
yeah, that's what I think.
Every single one of them. Even Tim the Tatman talked about when he had his contract that he had a lawyer look over it, right?
Yep.
Doc had a lawyer look over his. They all do it. You have to, because you
Not
are
well
literally
enough, I
signing.
guess.
The thing is that I didn't have a lawyer look over the contract when I signed up for the fucking army. I fucked up. So now I know. If it comes down to partnership time, I'm gonna be like, ooh, you're not gonna have some old guy stare at my butthole this time, government. Right?
Hey, they were nice old men. They were nice old men. They were very gentle. They were gentle.
To you.
If Twitch shut us down, the fucking government's going to. I guess at least you weren't National Guard, right?
Or Air Force.
Oh, okay.
Or
At
from
least try
Germany,
to
or
go
We
from
all
Germany
go
for
through the
that
same
matter.
maps,
Germany, right?
motherfuckers.
Or from Germany
At least,
for that matter.
at least in our world, LeBron's still alive.
Not mine. Fuck
Jeez,
it.
dude.
In the plane. Like helicopter. Shit, I did it again. So, and then,
Yeah.
I've been doing it. I've been doing both
Really?
at the same time. Yes.
That's really bad.
I don't care. What are they going to do? They can't ban fucking people for showing their fucking cocks and pussies on stream. What are they going to do? Come after the 9-viewer Andy streaming on 2 platforms?
Okay,
Well, see, that's the thing, right?
Serious?
It's the big guys that are going to get caught.
6-viewer Andy for all of us.
See? Thank you.
Number two, you don't make them as much money, so
Exact-
they don't give a fuck about
Why would
you.
they-
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So they will make an example out of you, whereas people who make them more money get a look the other way, and that's fine. That's just how it's fucked up, but that's how the world is.
Mhm.
So I would think you should.
They
stop doing
can't
that, though.
police they can't police anybody. Are we serious right now? My risk of anything happening to me is less than fucking. It's at a fucking 1% chance, maybe.
Or they over police, right? Like that chick who just got banned for writing on her body.
Twitch.
Wait, there's a chick that got banned for writing.
She got a ban for writing
Do
with
it,
a
Bron.
Sharpie.
Do
her
it.
sub.
Do it. I fucking dare you do it. I hear
I talked
you.
about her once with my buddies. I think her name's Indy Fox, right?
Yes.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
she was recommended to me. I don't know why. That's really creepy. Twitch, stop recommending me things like that. I'm happily
happened?
committed.
He's saying that for his own safety,
Look.
Mrs. Shmoney.
But
Look, we're all
there's
safe
a
in the bathroom,
lady out
boys.
there named Indy Fox that like she's that girl I was talking about. I think on the last episode where she writes she sharpies your name on her leg if you sub or if you donate.
What got her in trouble was she went across the clavicle, and someone came in and made a Reddit post about it and said that she was signing on her boobs, making it seductive, and it was only
Oh
top
my
donors
God.
that got it, and so she got a 3-day ban for it.
Ugh.
So it's
And so-
basically those V words and I words that we're not allowed to say anymore on Twitch that are
Virgins and
getting all butthurt.
incels.
Yes, those.
And-
We're not on
No, you
Twitch.
can say it. You can say it as long as it's not a attack. Like you're not using it in a derogatory way.
But the
Yeah,
problem the problem you're missing, Eddie, is that it's all based off the person who reports you. It doesn't matter what you say
Yeah.
or how you say it. It's about
That's
the
facts.
interpretation of the offended, and that's the problem.
That's my new favorite thing to do in chat, by the way, is just yell fucking simp over and over again. And watch people go, no, you can't say that. And I'm like, I fucking can.
Dude, have you not seen Simpzilla, dude?
Exactly.
One of the greatest streams of all time.
Still to this day, my most successful stream.
I like how he pulled the shirt down while he was saying it too. Like, oh yeah, Simpzilla.
No, this fucking dude. This thing is like itchy.
Is it made of hemp? Is it made of hemp?
God, I fucking wish it was made of hemp.
It looks like a hemp.
Why
sweater.
wouldn't it
It kind of
be?
looks like it could be.
No,
It's a knockoff. It's like pleather.
Motherfucker, that goatee is pleasant.
Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
Would you
Jeez.
ever consider the move to YouTube, though, boys?
I've been thinking about it.
Yes, I would.
What would it take for you
If
to
I had
go?
enough-
Let's just talk about it. Let's just throw it out there.
Them to make it just like Twitch, but better.
For me, I think eventually I'm gonna have to do it just as a way to grow. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna start off probably doing like video content first,
That's
and then gradually move over. You know, and here's the thing: like I've always had a passion for YouTube ever since like I was a kid. I was making videos in high school. I have a already pre-built channel. It's just so out of date because I haven't touched it in 10 plus years. But if I can just revamp it, re-up it, explain to the subscribers why I left, so on and so forth, I'm sure I can kind of build
Pink
that
headband
a
band
nice
only.
story.
Why you left?
Yeah. OnlyFans for ham for OnlyFans, dude. That's the new YouTube channel.
I like it.
You leaked my shit, Shoner.
I like it.
Eddie Brunstad's like, can I steal that name real quick?
YouTube.com.
In all
It's gonna be a
honesty, I
bunch of
think.
pictures of fat chicks at Walmart.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
I was talking about belly pics and feet pics, bro. But
Oh, get that
Okay.
fucking weird shit out of here.
so segue, Brun. Segue.
Guys, I'm tired.
Run, save us.
Oh my god. I didn't know that was my job now.
Oh, you're the king of the
You're the
transition.
one who's trying
kidding,
to
I'm
save us from
kidding.
Mein Kampf, okay?
No, but I don't know. I think Nedley, bro, like YouTube would be. I think it would be it would be remiss of you to not try to move over, or at least
Well,
pull
think
that
about it.
lever.
When you think about it, after you finish live streaming, your VOD's already there. you're not transferring it over, so it's no longer going to
And
be
it
that
gets
cringe moment,
views.
And it gets
right?
Mhm.
And it's not going to
Yep.
be cringe, right? Because it's there. You're just like, I'm just saving my content. And
Mhm.
so the last thing I'll say on this new clip system, the cool thing about it, other than what Twitch does, is that YouTube doesn't create a separate video for these clips. It literally takes you to the actual video and just loads that section for you.
Oh.
And then if you want to watch the rest of the video, you can actually watch the rest of it.
Mhm.
That's
actually
sick.
So it
pretty
makes
smart.
it really nice. You don't have to worry about it like, oh, now I got to go find that VOD. Right now it's like, well, shit, I'm already here. Might as well
Oh.
watch more of it.
I
Fair
like it.
enough.
I
That's
like
pretty
it.
sick. So, anyways, guys, I say we put that one to bed. Nedley, what are you talking about, buddy?
I want to talk about naps and
Put it
going
to
to bed.
Nice,
Ah,
nice.
there it is.
Brunstad
Nice,
with the save.
That's why it's your job, dude. Seriously.
You're
dude.
so good at it, buddy.
Boys,
good at
Let's go.
this is maybe the dumbest topic of all.
I don't know, man.
But I fucking love me a good nap. I like, and there's a perfect. So really, this stems from me being really fucking tired. I
All
work
the
is
time.
fucking work is fucking insane right now, and so like literally I'm just like up, and then I'm trying to do all this shit, and then like I just fucking I really wish I could take a nap. I want to institute a mandatory nap time at work. So boys, how do you feel about the nap?
I took one today.
Hell yes, brother.
Like,
This is gonna sound.
yesterday.
That's why he left his. That's why he left his job early, was so he can come home and take a nap.
True.
I mean,
He's like, boss, I quit. I need a nap.
here in the Silicon Valley, I sound like such a freaking techie.
oh, look at me. Let me
And I
stick my pinky out.
apologize,
Holy
buttery
shit.
coffee.
but
And I seen
but
that
napping-
internship.
napping is actually promoted. I mean, at most Google campuses or most tech campuses, there's nap pods that you can actually go into. You spend an hour in there, and you
Yep.
close yourself off in this like little bubble, and it's like a reclining chair thing, and you just sit there and you take a quick power nap.
They
The
look
trick
like
though, the trick of why they do that though is because you actually work longer hours. You end up staying later because you're more energized. Essentially it's productivity.
Productive.
It's actually productivity. Like they essentially try to up your productivity by giving you a little bit of flex, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, to get some rest. So
That makes sense.
napping I think is great, but when companies try to make it a thing, it's a little dangerous because you have to watch out for how long you're grinding for the company versus personal time for
Right,
yourself.
exactly.
True.
That's
So
totally.
Europeans have been doing it for years, though.
Dude,
Europeans
fucking
have,
Europeans don't
incorporated-
work. This is
I'm
maybe
just
the
saying,
one
Europeans
topic I
have
can speak
incorporated
on.
the idea that their lunch is like 2 hours long because they'll go have their tea, their lunch, and then go nap.
France doesn't even work for the month of August. The month of August is
Yeah.
just
Wow.
a month for
true.
napping. It's fucking insane to me how little they work. You go to
Yeah, I
Germany.
think they have.
It's probably
like-
why the U.S. has come and quickly bail them out of everything.
Huh?
Back World War champs. What?
I think for people with kids in Europe, there's actually a month where when kids have to like go back to school or have summer break, companies actually allow you to take the time off to spend with your kids. I think it's ironically, I think it's in Germany, Nedley. I'm pretty sure because I work with someone and she mentioned it before.
That wouldn't make
Like,
sense. Because then, like, throughout the whole month of June and July, nobody would be fucking working. Their economy would shut down.
I don't know, man.
Except for the
I've
people
heard-
that don't have kids, they're supporting everyone who does.
Dude, really, don't compare anything else to France, dude. They fucking quit everything. They quit work for a month. Like, they're fucking useless. I say this, and I really liked
Wow.
going to France. God, that sounded so fucking bougie. But like, it's a cool place to go. But fuck, they're lazy, dude. Like, like dead ass. They don't work from 2. Like, oh my god, I don't. Oh.
All right. Okay, we get it. You hate the French, like
They take
the French.
like we get it.
Hate
Okay,
the French.
you hate the French. I get
God.
it. Like you're for some god awful reason. Maybe you have some type of vendetta against them because of the Maginot Line. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But like, you, we get it. You hate France.
God, the worst. But
Fucking worse.
the fucking worst.
But Shona, are you guys allowed to take naps down in the mine, bro?
Yeah, you just crawl up in a little
if you're caught,
cove.
if you're
You kind of
caught
just
napping underground, you're gone. They will
Really?
fire you. It's instant termination.
really.
Shit.
Yes, it's
Yeah, rock
instant termination.
all on you,
Is
Why?
it because you're constantly supposed to have like safety requirements? Like,
Yes, exactly. We have
Okay, I
strict
see.
rules. Even with
That
us
makes
working
sense.
12-hour days, you're not allowed to freaking to nap at all. No, we don't mind like that anymore. We actually have big equipment that takes a lot more dirt out.
Oh!
There you go.
But
So I
but
picture
I'll tell you right
Shoner and
now,
friends on the bus.
we have actual we have things we do with our buddies. Like, so like when there's two of us working and one guy's driving, the other guy's in the passenger seat napping. Can't get caught if you're driving.
mm,
So you nap on the bus right there to and from work, and you nap when you can when someone else is driving the car.
Holy
interesting.
shit. So wait, okay. Oh, God,
I have
what do
so
you
many
do in the
things I
mine
wanna
then?
say, but I feel like I'm gonna offend everybody. Everything.
I'm a
that is-
communications guy. I install networking equipment like routers, switches, access points, fiber cable, cat cable. I install autonomous network like security gates that people can't get into these automated driving vehicles because apparently we have dumbasses that goes, oh look, a truck that drives itself. Let me run in front of it. So we have to put gates up to stop them from hurting
I
themselves.
mean,
And then I also install two-way communication lines so that way our two-way radios work from truck to truck. So that way we can talk to dispatch, we can talk to people outside the mine, stuff like that to relay any kind of messages.
but what do they
So
do
question.
to work in the mine?
with
Huh?
with all of. Wait, what?
What do they do to work? Okay, so you run communications, but who are they communicating? What do they do? What do they do? If we don't hit things with pickaxes, what do
is
they
we have
do?
drillers. So we have drillers who go down, they drill holes, they drill survey holes. Geos will test the rock to find gold or any material that they're looking for, depending on the mine you work in. So I work in a gold mine. So they'll test for gold, find these ore pockets, and then we go after it. So they drill holes to blast, and they'll literally drill like 8 to 12-foot holes, blast a big old section of rock out, and then they send these muckers in, load it on the trucks. The trucks haul it out to surface, and then it gets taken off to a roadster or a processing plant to melt the gold out, because in most areas you cannot just walk around and find nuggets of gold anymore. That's just not the way it works. It's now processed. So they use a chemical like cyanide and other chemicals mixed with it to melt the gold and pull it away from the dirt. And then the dirt gets sent through a cleaning process to clean the cyanide out of it, any kind of harmful chemicals, and then it goes right back to the earth. So we just pull the gold, put it back.
That was actually way more fascinating than I thought it was going to be. Even I saw Brun go, huh?
Yeah.
And it's good money, it's dangerous work, but honestly, most days can be fun if you enjoy what you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
like I imagine like most things, but
See,
is there risk on like long-term effects? Like, because the mining industry has always been so known for like people coming out of mining work and having like having like diseases, right? Like,
But
so
that's
is
in
there-
coal mine.
yeah, are
We
there
have
things?
We have
Yeah, are there
silica
things-
poisoning. So we wear respirators that pull the silica out of the air because silica is like a crystal that comes from the rock when it gets broken or blasted.
Hmm.
It's kind of like asbestos. It gets in, it causes scar tissue in the lungs that never heals, and it will kill you. And it's a slow death if you don't take care of it. So every year we have to go through a bunch of physicals, x-rays, stuff like that, just to kind of monitor our lungs, monitor our hearing, our sight, everything like that, to make sure that we're not seeing these long-term effects. And if you start to show terms of that, they will actually push you to a different job away from the dangers until you either recover, or if you can't recover, they just leave you they'll move you to surface so you're not breathing in that air. You're in a cleaner environment, stuff like that.
It's the same thing in the granite industry too. It's totally a real thing because we're just cutting that rock and making pretty shapes with it. So like silica poisoning is actually like a big fucking deal, which is why they don't allow dry cutting anymore, because it was kicking up so much dust in the air. Now everything has to be
Same
wet
thing with
because of that.
asbestos, right? You're supposed to wet it when you
I don't know
drill
about asbestos, dude. I'm a rock man, not a wall man.
I was well that, and like I don't know about you, Shoner, but asbestos was outlawed, I think, before we were even born.
1973.
Yeah, but like when I worked for DirecTV and I used to install television systems and stuff, we'd have to drill through walls of older houses, and so we were taught how to deal with asbestos if we ran across it, and so we had to carry a drill with a bottle of water to spray the rock or the walling, the wall board, whatever it is, to make sure that we didn't get poisoned by asbestos.
Yeah,
So it's still out there. It's not used anymore, but it's still out there in people's houses today.
Yeah, because
Yes,
it's
it
every
is.
house that was built before, I think, and I'm looking it up right now because it's going to bother me if I don't know, but 1973, I think, is what it is the standard for testing.
70 something. No, isn't that a Biggie Small song?
And there's another one for lead, and I may be having my dates mixed up, but regardless, I mean, yeah, I mean, when I was doing full bath reno, we'd have to test for all that shit because if there was any of that in there, man, the job is on hold. You take care of it yourself, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, and that's like a $3,000 to $6,000 remediation to take care of.
Oh yeah,
it's not cheap, especially
so I
lead.
think our biggest danger underground in the mines is really going to be the CO gases. So when we blast, we create a lot of CO gas, and we have a lot of ventilation that has to pump it out. So we have to go down and do PBIs, post-blast inspections, anytime that we blast to make sure it's safe. And we have gas monitors. People run around with gas monitors all the time, just making sure that the air is of quality. We have to have a certain percentage. We can't go below 19.5% oxygen, and we can't have above a 20 CO. Or I think it's actually like 17. But we put signs up. We don't allow people to go in those areas. We keep people out of it until it clears. But it's, there's a lot of safety precautions put in there. The unfortunate part is we have MSHA, which is like our OSHA, that has all these regulations. The problem is that every single regulation they have is written in blood.
Huh.
Meaning the reason that rule
period blood.
No, that rule
This
was
took a really
created.
dark turn.
The reason why that rule was created was because someone was hurt. They fucking hurt or killed by it. So written in blood means, okay, we need a safety railing on this sump. Well, some dumbass slipped into a fucking sump and died, right?
Oh shit.
So and so we had to put safety railings up. We have to put you have to have fall protection to walk on flat ground near a sump because you could fall in and drown because it's thick mud and you actually really can't swim in it very well.
I mean, that's kind of like the same thing with everything, though, bro. I mean, we had to put shit on fucking Tide Pods because ding dongs were stuffing those in their mouth.
If there's a sign, there's a reason for the sign.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where like that's fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
But when you read the rules, right? You read some of the rules, you go, that's a dumbass rule, and then because you stop and go, wait a minute. You telling me someone actually died doing that? Like,
I could see that for a lot of I could see that for a lot of things.
When somebody were to come to me and be like, "Hey, Brunstad, don't put this Tide Pod in your mouth," I'd be like, "Why the fuck would I do that?" I don't know, but just don't
do this.
I think there are a lot of dumb people out there that are,
Yeah, there's 4 right here.
But that being said,
true.
That being said, like, so if you can't nap in the mines, can you take a break anywhere and like take a?
So we get a half-hour lunch, 2 15-minute breaks. But you're still not allowed to nap. Like there is no place. We don't have pods. Like when I worked at Intel, we had break rooms to allow people to go that came over from overseas and stuff like that, came over on visas. They could go in and nap because they didn't have a house, right? But I mean, you bust in, so it's not like you can go disappear to your car. So you're always gonna run into people. You have to just be smart about it.
Have you taken a nap?
No. I stay away from
that.
Are
you lying or are you telling
He's
me
not
the
wanting
truth
to say it on camera.
He just doesn't want to admit to it.
I have an addiction to monsters for a reason, okay?
True. Brun, what's the optimal nap time?
The optimal nap? Oh, fuck
yes,
me.
length of nap. Length of nap.
Are we talking about like a medical perspective or just me personally?
You personally.
45 minutes to an hour.
I think
that's a pretty good nap.
If I get more than that, if I get more than that, I'm going to be pissed off. If I get less, I'm going to be pissed off.
I said it about
45 minutes, bro.
Really?
Yep.
Mine's
45 minutes, like
perfect. 20 or 30. 20 or 30. An episode of a TV show, man.
I'm right there. 20 or 30, man. Power nap, baby.
Yep, that's all it is.
I'm the same. I was gonna say 15 to 30 minutes at the most.
Okay, so I'm weird though.
That's a power nap.
15 minutes to actually like fall asleep.
So so Brunt sounds like 20, 30 minutes. It's just 15 minutes of sitting there watching Pornhub before he actually goes to sleep.
First off,
finishes on the tummy.
I use X videos.
Collects in the belly button, passes out, lets it harden.
He's like, I need more Twitch gamer girl fan only pages.
I need more variety, but no, like
the midget porn doesn't do it for you anymore.
I just they're little people and they need to be respected. So
Oh man.
no, like I'm one of those people where like I can be asleep, but it'll be like half awake, half asleep. So until I like actually go to sleep. So yeah, I guess you're right. Like 20, 30 minutes, but 15 of just kind of being in that, kind of dumb state.
Yeah.
Where you're awake but asleep.
Yeah.
I'm glad this isn't live because I'm gonna get whacked across the back of the head if I say it too loud. But my wife's like 3 hours.
What's wrong
She
with
was
her?
a
Three
nap
hour-
for 3
That's
hours.
not a nap, dude. That's a sleep.
That's a solid sleep, Chief.
That's a solid sleep, dude. 3 hours?
Yo,
what
I'm
I
looking
get
at
at night.
dude.
Right? I'm like, dude, I had like 3 hours.
Dude,
of sleep
on a
last
good
night,
day, I get like
20,
on a
at these
good day, I get like
bags. Look at
5
these
hours,
bags.
bro.
right?
Like, so I never plan on, so I've never really planned on taking a nap ever, but unfortunately, whenever the wife and I are watching TV shows, most of the time because they're boring or I'm tired and comfortable, like that's the nap time. I get in trouble all the time too because she's like, "You always just fall asleep when we're hanging out." I'm like, "Well, you put on boring shit. Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, I'm just gonna fucking pass out." So yeah, like that's what I said. The perfect amount for an episode, boom, perfect time for a nap. That's where it's at,
right.
especially when we're watching something like some fucking dumb wannabe horror show. What's that one that's on Apple TV now that was done by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong? The Resident. The Resident? No, I forget what it was. But that show's like the perfect nap show.
Watch out for that twist, bro.
Because
There's always a twist when it comes to M.
There's
Night.
always a twist.
I've
He
missed,
likes the
if
twist,
there
don't
was
let him
one,
lie.
if there was one, I've missed it by now because I've slept through every episode.
So they have a lot of studies. There's actually a lot of scientific research behind naps. Really,
Mhm.
there is.
Oh yeah.
And so there's actually like 5 different types of naps. You have a recovery nap, a prophylactic nap, a appetitive nap, a fulfillment nap, and an essential nap. So
Ooh,
they
a
actually have it broken
fulfillment
down
nap.
based off, right?
Fulfill-
So that's
That
so
sounds
fulfillment
nice.
naps are often scheduled into the days of infants. So it's like for your kid, when you like put your kid down for a nap, because you know that if you don't, they're just going to be a little shithead later.
True. I did that with my child.
Appetitive naps are kind of the naps that like you take because you enjoy naps. You're just like, I want to take a nap because I enjoy it. Friends like me, pick me.
That's me, bros. I fucking love naps.
And so the recovery naps, of course, are the naps you take when you don't get enough sleep during the night. And you take a nap because you're like, well, fuck, at work, I need a 30-minute nap to make it the rest of the day. It's kind of like a recovery nap.
Yep.
And essential naps, of course, are when you're sick, right? You're like, okay, well, my body needs more rest because it's fighting off whatever the hell it's fighting off, COVID.
What?
Who showed her?
You can't even say shit like that, or else we're gonna get a little notification at the bottom of our video. Okay, like
Hey, I said not the bed. I said you take naps because you have COVID.
no, stop. There's another thing at the bottom. We're not listen. We're not talking about the COVID. Okay? He's special, okay? He was already talking earlier about how he's got the silicas in his lungs and you rode the short bus. Don't be mad at us. YouTube. Okay.
We're already.
But let's talk about that
demonetized. What the hell are
election
you worried about?
questionable
Wait, does that
questionalities.
site say anything about REM cycles, man? Because I've always tried to figure out like what a REM cycle was.
REM is for deep sleep. I actually know this one.
It was also a
REM
shitty
stands for-
band.
Tell me about REM, Brun. I have no idea.
It was
Never understood it, bro.
So REM is when you get into such a deep sleep, you actually like completely lose consciousness, and REM stands for rapid eye movement. So like if you've ever sat there and fucked with somebody, I know I have, who's like just zonked out, right? And you lift up their eyes, like their eyelid, their shit's like going fucking wild.
Holy shit.
Yep.
It's because it's like their whole fucking everything is just shut the fuck down, and that's when you're in the deepest sleep. That's when you dream.
Yep.
Yep.
That's when you're like a fucking rock, dude. You can like blow the house up, and they're just like not gonna wake up from.
Yeah, but if you do blow the house up and they're a rock, you got to be careful of that silica.
Wow. So according to Sleep Foundation, they say like anything less than 30 minutes is not long enough, because anything less than 30 minutes, you don't actually go, as you said, through the sleep cycles to actually get any benefit from it. And they say 30 minutes to 45 minutes is probably about the best time, because anything
Let's
over
go.
an hour leaves you groggy. Anything over an hour is going to make you
It's
feel
true.
like you said, right? You go over an hour, you start crossing into that boundary of, are you napping or are you actually just trying to sleep? And then when you get over that hour, it's like, you wake up from sleep too early and it takes you like an hour and a half to recover, or you're drinking a fucking pot of coffee or 2 Monsters and 6 Red Bulls to wake up from it. So,
And then I'm up till fucking 6 a.m. Then your sleep schedule's completely fucked.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I am hella tired because I need to stop taking pre-workout before I go to the gym.
That crash is probably
day shifts.
crazy, Shoner.
No, it ain't the crashes, dude. I get done with my gym and I'm still pumped. I go lay down in bed and I close my eyes. And I feel like I'm almost drunk, like my head's spinning from so much stimulation.
Oh
from
my
pre-workout.
god, I've done that
so I can't
before.
sleep. I lay there with my eyes closed, going, go to sleep. And I look at the clock and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get 3 hours of sleep. And then my mind goes into that and gets all panicked. And then I can't sleep now because I'm more fucking pissed off that I'm only gonna get 3 hours of sleep.
Yep. Before I shit the basic, I drove from Arkansas to Florida to go hang out with my now wife before I left, and we ended up shotgun wedding it when I went. So fun times. But yeah, that's like an 18-hour drive. It took me about 23 because of traffic here in Atlanta because I was skipping through. So I was like just crushing energy drinks, crushing coffee, and by the end of it, I hit Gainesville. I still had like 2 hours to go, like 1 a.m. And I stopped at this fucking side of the road dirt shit gas station, and I was like, all right, I need some of these like fucking caffeine pills. So I swallow all 4 of those. And yeah, dude, I laid in bed and I'm literally like this. And I'm shaking. I'm like physically shaking, like just I can't stop moving. And it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, go to sleep. It's 3 a.m. And I'm like, I promise I'll fall asleep at some point today.
I need something to clean. Give me something to clean. Like, speaking of Eddie, what are you bringing into the show?
Reading is fundamental.
Bang.
Hey, reading will help you take a
Comics, bitches.
Comics. Let's go. So I brought in this week the fact that the Super Bowl this Sunday will be featuring a first trailer for the second Venom movie. That's the one with is the guy's name Topher Grace? I forgot who the actor is. Tom Hardy. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Mad Max.
Tom Hardy. Topher Grace was someone else completely. My bad.
Let There Be Carnage is the sub name.
Let There Be Carnage is a sub name, and if you haven't noticed in the comic book world, Carnage comic books are actually going insane. So the first issue or the first appearance of Carnage is actually Amazing Spider-Man 361, which I actually have here on the screen. And this book in a 9.8 grade, which is like one of the highest gem mint grades you can get, besides a 10, of course, is going for about $800. I got this raw from my uncle. And he paid probably about $70 for this, and this was only like last year, like 2019. So there's 2 copies of this. There's the first printing, which is the white background, as you can see there, but there's also a silver background, which is the second printing, which doesn't fetch for as much. But essentially the point I'm trying to say is that I think there's a huge correlation for looking at real life like events like movies, TV shows, so on and so forth, and how they bump up the value of actual books and comics.
Oh yeah.
And I also wanted to offer the viewers as well, or people who are listening on recording, 361 is the first edition or the first appearance of Carnage, but you might want to look at books like 362 and 363, which I also happen to have here. Which are also the continuation of like the fight between Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. So I wanted to kind of bring that in because I feel like with Super Bowl coming up, Venom 2 is going to be super hyped up. If you can find a first appearance of Carnage for a good price, I would definitely look into it. It's definitely something
What's a good price?
Realistically, I think raw.
What's a good price for an unranked?
Yeah, raw. You can if $700 is like a 9.8. I usually like to divide it by 3. So you're probably looking at it like 150 to 200, right around there, maybe 250. If you can get a raw copy for that, it's a pretty decent deal, I guess. But that's the thing with comic books is like when you look at well, in cards too, when you look at the raw version of it, which is it means ungraded, usually the cost is a lot less, but you factor in grading costs, you factor in the fact that there's probably a lot of hidden things on the card or comic book that you never really even see without looking at it with like a magnifying glass and lights and all that shit that they look at.
Right.
You have to kind of factor that into. So like, just because someone on eBay is posting like, oh, this is going to be a CGC 9.8 comic book, and they're selling it to you raw for like, a substantial amount more than a regular raw book would go for. Make sure you ask for a lot of pictures of both the front and the back, and even the inside if they can, because the grading companies will look at that kind of stuff. They'll look at all the
Honestly,
edges.
I wouldn't even me personally, I wouldn't even trust it, dude. I'm not a very trusting person though. So like if there was somebody like, oh, this is totally a 9.8 and all like give me $800, I'd be like, cool, if it's actually a 9.8, get that shit graded.
Exactly.
Pay you $800. Like
exactly.
Yeah, someone's trying to sell
it's too much of a risk. It's too much of a risk, and that's why the raw, whether it's cards or comics or what have you, it's that's why the raw is so much cheaper, is because it like you said, Eddie, it's there could be a print line there that you don't see.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like there could be a crease in the corner that that doesn't catch your eye right off the bat or something like that. Like it's just there's little shit, and if the dude is so confident that it's a 9.8, he can go get it fucking graded as a 9.8.
Exactly.
Right? And sell it for 10 times more. So on the comic topic, I figured I'd look it up. What do you think is the guess? And Eddie probably knows this, on the highest valued sold comic.
Highest value?
Wasn't it the first?
Like the one that sold for the most.
I have a guess.
Superman.
Yeah, I have a guess. I think I already know it, but yeah, I think Brunstad's on it. I think it was the Superman.
No.
If not, it's gonna be Amazing Fantasy 15 with the first appearance of Spider-Man.
According to
Detective Comic,
according to Sell My Comic Books, it was Action Comics #1.
That's
sold
Superman.
Sold for 3.2 million on eBay, and there's also a unverified 4.2 million record sale, but it's unverified.
So basically, I fucking knew I was right.
Yeah, Detective. So that's an interesting thing as well about comic books too, is that when you look for the first appearance of a certain hero, most of the time they're not even in like a comic that they're named after.
Yep.
Like
Right.
Superman wasn't Superman #1. If you buy Superman number 1, that doesn't mean it's his first time showing up. The first time showing up is Detective Comics number 30 something or whatever the hell number it is, right? So Amazing Fantasy 15, I think, is super investable in that case because it's the first appearance of Spider-Man. And right now, I actually think for the price, it's undervalued. At a 4.5, a CGC, you could probably get it for like 15,000.
Jesus Christ!
But
Undervalued.
Think about it. Think about it. Action Comics, that Action comic that Shona just talked about was Superman first appearance.
Superman sucks.
And Superman and Spider-Man are two of the biggest franchises. There's definitely room to grow there. It's a more of a honestly, like, it's a long ball play, but I think Spider-Man has so much love in like the comic universe and movies universe that I don't think it's a hero that will ever kind of fade away.
True.
I mean, so I'm not selling any of my books. Both my Carnages I'm going to keep for the long run just to see how, where it goes in the future. But definitely want to look into books like that. And Spider-Man, I think, is definitely one of my favorites. So it's one of my favorite types of books to look into to invest.
So there's another one for you. First appearance of Green Lantern was All American Comics back in 1940.
Damn,
that's wild.
That's fucking insane.
It was the number 8, and it was 825,000 unverified, 215,000 verified.
What a steep drop off, though. And why Green Lantern? That's kind of a weird one.
Green Lantern's kind of fucking lame, to be honest.
Green Lantern also sucks.
The number two was actually Batman #1, the first solo Batman comic where it was actually Batman, and it was a record sale of 2.2 mil with a minimum value of $15,000.
Batman fucking rules.
It was also the first appearance of Joker and Catwoman.
Batman does not rule. He's an orphan with fucking parent issues. Okay.
Fucking cool as fuck.
So here's funny.
He's just a rich, spoiled little shit with daddy issues
That's why he's dope. That's why he's dope. He doesn't need any fucking superpowers. But yet
Brunstad turn around and go, Iron Man is amazing.
No, fuck Iron Man, dude.
No, fuck Iron Man.
He's also shit.
So here's this kind of actually contradicts what you just said, Eddie. So number 3 is actually Detective Comics number 27, the first appearance of Batman. Actually, why is this list? This list is fucked.
Oh, so maybe you fucked up.
Not the wrong one.
The verified is sorry. The verified is only 120,000 difference. Sorry, the record sale unverified is 2.8, and it's only going off of verified, which is 2.1 million. So they're pretty close in the sense. I mean, if you're talking about you're going to spend $2 million on a comic book, 2.1 or 2.2 isn't going to really mean shit to you.
Yeah, it's just fucking watch at that point.
and that's
Superman is number 4. First solo Superman was number 4 at 1.5 million.
Rightfully so.
Unverified.
Superman sucks.
Yep. Fuck
Superman sucks.
I fucking the lamest fucking hero of all time.
Number 5 was actually the first ever Marvel comic book. It was just Marvel Comics. It was the first appearance of Human Torch and the Angel.
Submariner too, right?
It doesn't say that here. It just says that it was just the origin and first appearance of Human Torch and Angel. It says Masked Raider was in it.
I remember that guy.
I don't know any of these fucking people, guys. I grew up in Germany, so like comic books mean nothing to me. So
God damn
you guys
it.
are speaking Greek. I don't fucking.
And that one went for verified 1.2 million, 1.26 million, and then Wonder Woman was next at number 6.
These numbers are
hey, guys. Honestly, I would fucking love to sit here and go through the 50 most expensive.
Oh, I wasn't going that far. I wasn't going that far.
Well, I have a 24-hour stream tomorrow. So
what time does that start, buddy?
You need sleep.
9 a.m. I need I need a sleep. I don't need a nap. I need a sleep.
I need a sleep. I need a
But
solid sleep.
I want to close off by saying like all the comics you mentioned were DC, bro, and like except for that one Marvel.
Except for like
I really think Marvel comics are still younger and definitely undervalued. And just something to look at for the viewers out there that are interested in comic books at all. Spider-Man all the way for me, but you know,
Batman for life.
Go Web, go.
Boys. Jesus Christ, I can't with you, Brad. He broke me. I was gonna go into it and I fucking lost it.
Dude,
Holy shit.
Like 15-minute nap, you'll be fine.
Dude, man. I cannot wait. I'm gonna fucking try to get these edits cranked out tonight, and I'll probably pass out about 3 a.m. Then I have to get up at 7. So fuck.
Dude, I just do the edits tomorrow, buddy. Big night.
I'm not gonna have time. That's the problem. I got all this shit at work going, but that's a whole different thing. I have a
why put off today why put off today?
Why put off today when you could just do it tomorrow? Oh wait, hang on. Strike that, reverse
We're all
it.
fucked up and backwards.
Holy
we all need
shit.
sleep.
Boys, Super Bowl Sunday. Fuck, Saturday. God damn it. What's your guys' plans before we head out for the night?
Sleep.
He's gonna get off that 24 hours.
He's gonna get knocked on his ass, man. That 24 hours is gonna kill him. At least for the day.
Keep your brain busy.
I'm gonna be barbecuing. I have some monies on the game. I got the Bucks for Shoner. So we'll see.
Tom Brady's a bitch.
But yeah, just some barbecues, some brews, chilling with my lady. That's about it.
There you go, Shoner. What you got?
I'll be working, so I'll be getting home probably around halftime, depending on how fast the first half goes.
Working?
So I'll be what we do. I work a 5-4 schedule, so I rotate. And
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, true.
That's right.
So actually, what's funny is a lot of people actually requested the day off with PTO and took it off.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just because it's a Super Bowl.
I'm sure.
But yeah, there's nothing special. I'll catch parts of the game, clips of the game at work when I can. I go on my downtime or when I'm doing my paperwork at the end of shift. Catch some of it on the bus ride home, but just come home, eat dinner, and go to bed because I have another shift on Monday morning.
Oh fuck, dude. Well, boys, where can people find you? Brunstad, go.
Brunstad TV on Twitch. Yeah, and Brunstad TV on Twitter if you want to get into the shenanigans.
Yeah, let's go, dude. Shiner, where can people find you at?
What's your YouTube name?
Don't have one yet.
Brunstad
so you can
TTV.
find me
He's
at-
getting weird.
Brunstad 6969.
It's gonna be Brunstad, not from Germany TV.
I'm fucking done. The show's over. I'm out. Shiner, where can people find you at? I lost my
Shoner
headphones.
Todd at Twitch TV, Shoner Todd at Twitter or Instagram. You can find me at Toddcast at YouTube. Pretty much there.
Awesome. Eddie?
Twitch.tv/Eddie Shmoney, EDDIESHMONEY.
No,
And
see.
on Twitter, I am _Eddie_Lee.
Perfect. And for those watching on YouTube, please don't forget to hit that sub button. It really does help. Leave a comment down below. Algorithm, babies. Comments help,
And share
likes
with your
help,
buddies.
dislikes
Send
even
those links
help.
out.
Dislikes even help.
Oh, here
Uh-oh.
comes-
We're
comes-
getting the
and then
Zoom.
tomorrow. Be there for Brunstad. Look at that.
24
slow
hour.
Zoom in.
24
Zoom in,
hours.
slow in.
Let's fuck tomorrow.
Whoa! Is that an offer? Or a
Wait,
threat?
when and where?
For the stream, duh.
Oh, wait.
Not in
wait.
public.
We're gonna
He
cut
wants
that
to
part
cro-
out.
Man, he
This
wants
turns
to
from a
cross
Twitch stream
lightsabers
to
with
a
you.
hub stream.
This edible's
Yeah.
kicking in right now, and I gotta go.
He wants to cross lightsabers with you. Just deal with it.
Hey, Star Wars
No.
MMO.
I like it. I like it. Once again, don't forget that sub button, hit the likes, hit the dislikes. Those even help. Leave fucking comments down below. Let us know everything. If you're listening to this on podcast platforms of your choice as they continuously go up, don't forget to leave a review, leave a 5-star review, all that good shit. Let us give us feedback. Feedback is fucking key. I can't stress that enough. So please do that. Helps with the algorithm. Let us know what we're doing right, wrong, ambivalent, doesn't matter. Boys, it's been a fucking pleasure. We'll be talking
As
again next
always.
week.
Oh yeah.
Will.
Word.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in.
Yep.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Peace, peace, peace.
And